She didn't ask to be saved. She asked to be allowed to die quietly, and somehow that became the moment an entire fandom got built around her. In Japan, there's a recurring official poll. Fans vote, the magazine prints the results, and for weeks it's all the fandom argues about. Robin just placed 6th worldwide in the latest global version, ahead of half the crew, but for years in Japan's own version, she sat 6th among the Straw Hats, 6th out of 9, below the halfway line on her own ship. That's the part nobody talks about. Worldwide darling, barely mid-pack at home. Wait, beloved everywhere except inside her own crew? How does that even happen? Easily, if you've actually watched the show. Everyone else gets a big swing, a roar, a transformation, a sword that splits an iceberg. Robin mostly just knows things. Knowing things isn't a highlight reel. I need a second with that because it's not wrong, exactly. But it's not the whole story either. You're confusing flashy with important. She's the only reason this crew can even read the stones telling them where they're going. That's not a small role, that's the role. Here's where Japanese discussions tend to split hard. A lot of fans don't actually point to her usefulness as the reason they love her. They point to one moment, 20 years. 20 years of being told by everyone in every way that the world would be better off without her in it. 20 years where wanting to stay alive wasn't even something she let herself feel. And then, finally, screamed at people who were dying so she could escape. I want to live. That's exactly it. She spent her whole life being something everyone needed gone. The first thing she ever fought for, out loud, was just staying alive. That guts me every time. It guts everyone the first time. The problem is people stop there. She's been reduced to one scene from one arc, like nothing she's done since matters as much. Yeah, but that's exactly why some fans push back on calling her popularity deep. If it's really just that scene people are attached to, is that Robin? Or is that the scene? Does it matter? People don't fall for characters because of a spreadsheet of their arcs. They fall for the moment something cracks open. It matters if you're trying to explain why the global vote and the home vote disagree. Overseas, she gets picked for being mysterious, composed, the smart one with the tragic file. That travels without context. So maybe the gap isn't Japan loves her less. Maybe two different things are being voted for, and they just happen to share a face. Then why does the story keep sidelining her when it counts? If she mattered that much, she'd get more of the spotlight in the big fights. Because not every kind of mattering looks like a fight. While the rest of the crew was openly battling, she was the one standing unnoticed in enemy territory, feeding back the one piece of information nobody else could have gotten. And she still apologized afterward for not doing enough. Hold on. Are we saying her own fans can't even agree on what she's being loved for? Basically, yes. And it never resolves, because the moment someone settles it, trauma or competence, the other half comes right back as an objection. So which is she? The woman who finally let herself want to live, or the one who never stopped proving she deserved to? Pick one. Watch the other argument answer back.